again. I already was streaming, and then I found out it didn't stream. I don't know what's wrong. I think maybe it didn't like the title I picked. I did Doki Doki Needy Streamer Overload because I'm cosplaying from Needy Streamer Overload. But I think maybe it thought that was a bad title or something. It's still not working. Okay, now it's working. I don't know what was going on. It must have not liked that title. Hi, Kohai! So yeah, I was already streaming for a little bit, and then it didn't ever work. And I looked on my phone and it showed I wasn't online. And I think it's because they didn't like the title of it being Doki Doki Needy Streamer Overload. But that's what I'm cosplaying from. But I think the fact that it had the word needy, maybe they thought it was something weird. I don't know, but my whole stream was like just not even up. So I had to close my stream and I just went back to the main menu because you guys missed what was going on. Yeah, I was on already. I was streaming for a while and they just apparently weren't showing it. I didn't realize until I went on my phone. Hey Red Hood, hey Stefan. But yeah, I was streaming. I was streaming. But that's what happened. I think it didn't like the title. So I changed it to Doki Doki as Ame-chan instead of Doki Doki Needy Streamer Overload. But I feel like having the title of that other game would have made this more recognizable, whereas Ame-chan is kind of not like as familiarized of a name because there's other characters named Ame. So that's why I wanted to do it. Hi Hoxton! Yeah, that's why it probably never notified you because it wouldn't even show me. Like, my stream, it wasn't existent even though I had been streaming. Yeah, like there's a VTuber Ame, so that's why I really wanted to use the other title, but they must have not liked it. Alright, well, let's get started. Oh my god, what the heck just happened? I'm having an off day. Anyway, alright, let's go ahead and continue. Hey everyone, this is Ame-chan, or Abby IQ, streaming Doki Doki Literature Club today. We already have streamed about 3 hours and 45 minutes of this game, and with that, I already gave all of my theories of what I think about all the different characters. The only one who's been confirmed so far is Sayori. So what I thought about Sayori has been confirmed within the last stream last night. So I was correct about that one, but I still got 3 girls to go. And then I ended up having to leave her at her house even though she's not feeling good because Natsuki was coming over so we could do baking for the festival. I let her know though, and Sayori was okay with it. She didn't want to come along since she's not feeling good. So that's where we're at now, and we couldn't bake at Natsuki's house because her dad would not be happy with that. She said her dad would totally kill her if she brought a boy over. So she brought all of her baking stuff over to my house instead. Alright, so Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Also, hi Naruto and Dan Dan. I don't think I said hi to you guys yet. You're playing Shadow Gen? Nice, nice. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. It looks like we're already in the kitchen though.
What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Abby?
Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Ugh, this is ridiculously heavy.
I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed?
I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk!
Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much?
It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because you're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What?
That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that.
Hey! How are you treating me like a kid? I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yori doesn't mean you should treat me like...
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki?
Forget it! I didn't say anything!
I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours.
How would you know that anyway?
Just trust me on this one. I'm doing good. How are you guys? Well, I am doing good, but I'm not doing great. And that's because my stream didn't work. It's kind of throwing me off too, I feel like. Because I started the stream good, and then found out my stream didn't work, and had to redo everything. And that was like 13 minutes in, or almost 15 minutes in. 15 minutes into streaming, I had to redo all of it, because apparently YouTube didn't like the title I picked. Even though the title I picked was just this game and the game I'm cosplaying together. RIP. Big Sag. Was that to me?
Who else?
Man, let's just get started already.
You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Abby.
Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and... Spilled fluid. What are they doing in this kitchen, guys? And plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Yes, a very wholesome game called Needy Streamer it's Needy Streamer Overload, but the actual title was Needy Girl Overdose. But I didn't even pick the Needy Girl Overdose when I put my title. I even said Doki Doki Needy Streamer Overload. So, like, I did the more PG title. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
Abby, where did you put the food coloring? The batter is going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite.
Oh, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on! You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into small bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun.
Hi, Cisco!
It's a million times more worth it in the end if it looks... if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delight expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand.
Thanks, Hoxton.
Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
Eh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying?
Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer.
Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
You really need to beat the crap out of it!
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. She's a genius!
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing!
Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next!
I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn.
Gross! You got it on my face!
Oh no! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez! You know what? Take this!
Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. This is you guys. You wish! I'm faster! Dodge! Dodge! I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well.
Stop!
Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine, fine! I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me? You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Oh, kinky.
What? Did you seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Abby! You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that? How did the mood turn into this so quickly? As if he doesn't know! Bruh! Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her swallow breaths. Why am I I'm starting to feel dizzy.
Not.
Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off! Oh shoot, we left the cupcakes in the oven! Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet!
No wonder! You left a dirty tray in here, dummy! How could you make a mistake like that?
You should have checked before turning the oven on!
Don't blame me for your mistakes! Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Yes.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. I'll be checking out that ass. I mean, what?
Not.
Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened.
Ah, that smells so good!
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look how cute they all look!
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that! I've brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, skip the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that still make it look nice and fluffy.
With you grabbing baked goods from the oven. Oh, hey, there's a are you saying there's a picture of that? Because yes, there is. There's a picture of me taking Christmas cookies out of an oven. Yes, excellent, excellent. This one can
even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. Yeah, Christmas time.
That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on the cupcake, like Happy Birthday or whatever.
Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually.
Eh?
Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like.
I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Maybe I'm getting it from you.
What's that supposed to mean? Not cute?
Come on. You're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
Well...
Natsuki voice trails off.
Same with you.
Eh? Did you say something?
No, nothing! Let's just do the icing.
Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think about before Natsuki quickly moves on, she shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work.
Look at how pretty they are together!
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Oh, I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Now, anyway...
Also, so my original theory, I know, was that she gets bullied, like, in general for being an otaku, because people think she's weird. Sometimes, people think we are weird. Sometimes it's okay to be a geek or otaku, and if you like it and embrace it, then hell yeah. But some people get like embarrassed about it and stuff because some people do think it's weird. Even years ago especially, some people would get bullied for it. But if you embrace it and say, who the F cares, then A, it doesn't matter. But that's not my only theory anymore. The thing she says about her dad is concerning. So, with that said, she does get bullied maybe at school for being an otaku, but also her dad is extremely strict. Because already she said her dad would kill her if a boy came over. So, he sounds a little strict.
Oh, already?
Oh, me. Oh, already? That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance.
Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow. Oh.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you could probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Huh? Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I don't know if you guys were all here for my stream last night, but me and Sayori had serious conversation. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Josh, you are here. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her? Like I wanted?
Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki.
Eh?
What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you want it. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere.
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you.
Abby? I thought you only cared about getting this done. Ugh! I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki? Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt, as if holding onto me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me.
I felt it. For a while now. Ugh!
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
Sayori!
Eh?
Hi, Abby.
Sayori! Just now we weren't...
It's okay, Abby. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori! I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Abby? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart's splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Abby. If it wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. Don't overreact. Challenge Sayori! Oh! Burn! I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Abby. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Abby, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Lewd. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Oh! I'm saying the first one. I'm saying the first one. It's official, guys! We are dating! I love you! Those are my true feelings, so there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you're truly the most important person to me. No, I'm not friend zoning or you can't make me! That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy.
Abby! Oh, huggies! Huggy wuggies!
Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
Abby, is this really okay?
Yeah! I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to be... Oh, you'll never have to let go of me again. Look, this is me, guys! Guys, I've never seen me! This is me! Look at me. This is me. This is me now.
I love you, Abby. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Abby.
It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
Okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, Abby?
Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah. So I think she's feeling bad because she knows the other girls like me too. And how we talked about last stream was that I think she always puts her happiness below everyone else's. She wants everyone else to be happy, so she'd rather focus on others, and she knows it's going to upset the other girls, and because it upsets the other girls, it's going to make her sad too. So she doesn't really know how to feel about it, just like, again, with the walking home thing, where she was like, how would you react if Monica asked you to, hey, Sayori!
Hi, Sayori!
But yeah, so she, I think that's my theory right now, is I think she's upset because it'll still make the other girls sad, and that's what she cares about the most. More than herself, she cares about others. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her.
Drinky break, drinky break. Don't forget to drink your waters, drinky break.
Hydration station. Okay, it's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays.
Good night!
Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Abby! You're the first one here! Thanks for being early! That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she's prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So, that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember that Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Abby. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Why do you know, Monica? Why do you know? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry, I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Well, and then the thing that Sayori said about,
Just like Monica said.
and it's like, what did Monica say to you? Because the thing she was talking about was like,
Oh, it would be better if I wasn't even here anymore.
so, hey, Sayori, what did Monica say to you? Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yori's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh, this is a lovely poem, guys. Okay.
Get out of my head! 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 Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving.
What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Abby, what's wrong? Nothing? This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica's fucking creepy. I mean, freaking creepy. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Monica is so friendly indeed. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori. Well, she really is a heavy sleeper. Sayori! Sayori! I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Hey, maybe warning, guys. I don't know if there's gonna be a trigger warning. I'm always concerned walking into Sayori's room considering how depressed she is. So possible trigger warning. You've been warned. Please note. I don't know. I don't know what I'm walking into. She might be perfectly fine. I've not played this, so. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Ah, frickin' guys! Guys, have it! No! No, Sayori! You too cute! Wah, wah, wah. No, my best girl! My best girl! No! Ow! Ow! Beak Sag. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be! This isn't real! There's no way this could be real! Sayori wouldn't do this! Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. It's not real. She's fine. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club! Screw the festival! I just lost my best friend! Someone I grew up with! She's gone forever now! Nothing I can do will bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Or is it? Based on what Monica said, she said to save often. And my last save was before I confessed my feelings. I would just have to bake with Natsuki again, and this time I could just not confess to Sayori. Instead of confessing to Sayori, I could tell her that we'll be best friends. But is that even what she wants? Because she won't be happy if we aren't dating, but I don't think she'd be happy. I don't know. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 End. Oh, we got a bad ending, guys! Is there any good endings, though? Is there? Wait, what did I miss? Hold on. Oh, look at the freaking... What is that? Guys, what is that? What is that, guys? What am I seeing? She got what she wanted and it was no good. Yeah, exactly. Confess or don't confess, the end result will end the same. Okay, so with that said, do I need to literally start all the way back from the beginning? Would loading my game from where I was baking with Natsuki not really benefit me? Do I have to literally start over from the beginning? If anyone has that answer, please help me. Well, my last save file was Natsuki though, so the only thing I can change different would be the baking. That's what I'm asking. Also, what is this? Ah, lovely. Alright. En pinkerdagu is gokijk with sila ut egg lu akste on yeah. I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because we've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Ah, damn it. I didn't even get to read it. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Well, how do I continue the game? I'm only asking questions because I don't know how I'm supposed to continue. Because if I load and it happens the same way, then what's really gonna make... How do I continue? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone! Bro, what? No! Bro, what? I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Happy.
Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Cheers, don't forget to hydrate! Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess I could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of the members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Abby. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at least visit the club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well? Yeah, she said 3 members. I heard that too. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I even refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, Abby, you know that. It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Oh, am I? And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Whoosh! I'm back! And I brought a guest with me!
A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere!
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Abby. All words escaped me in this situation. This club, full of incredibly cute girls.
So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president.
It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Go for Otaku now. That was gonna be my next choice for real. Because I like Sayori because she's like caring and sweet, but I also like Natsuki because, yeah, tsundere is relatable, but also Otaku. We like Otaku here. So I think that is also a good choice. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Abby in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him.
In that case, I should at least make some tea, right?
Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Abby? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know I didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that we're both fun and worthwhile, but it takes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Hey, it's Natsuki! Hey, Natsuki! Hi, my otaku friend! Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Abby, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki, head, suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change! What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Oh, I have a teacup! Guys, I'm drinking tea right now!
My favorites are usually novels that go deep in complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious, by the way her eyes light up, that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at this minimal effort. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
Is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh! I hate horror! Oh, why's that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind!
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! You give it back!
Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes. You
wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look puzzlically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. Thank you, Kohai. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Abby?
Well, hold on, there's still one problem.
What? What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I'd flatly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All these girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But, I'm sorry, I thought...
The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Just one of our girls are already dead! I guess I need to tell you the truth, Abby. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. Yeah, we don't have 4 members anymore because you. I'm still blaming her. She said something rude. I know she said something mean to Sayori. I don't like her. She said something mean. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems really relaxed. Oh yeah, it's real relaxed. Real freaking relaxed here. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Abby? Yeah, it could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed.
Abby, I'm so happy! We can become an official club now! Thank you so much for this, you're really amazing! I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone! I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Abby, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I really feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Ugh. I don't believe Monica is back. I think she said something mean to Sayori and then Sayori is gone now. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Yeah, see you tomorrow. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. You nut?
No.
Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Yeah, Sayori! Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. No, we didn't! And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Boo! You know what? I'm gonna write. Oh, you have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Why did they do this to me?
Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
No, Sayori! Why? She left us hanging, y'all! Bro, he did not just say that! Oh, buddy. Alright, aura, excitement, electricity, lust, shopping, fireworks, Doki Doki, sunset, Valentine, journey. Bro, I'm not feeling any of these right now. Bro, I'm not feeling any of these, aura. Love, extraordinary, covet, hurt, portrait, friends, swimsuit, hop, effulgent, meager, hurt. I feel so hurt right now. Cry, special, despise, sticky, vivacious, forgive, lazy, heart, anger, play, anger! She was taking my room, buddy! What is wrong with you guys? Wah, wah, wah. I was supposed to pick cute things so I could get freaking Natsuki. I don't know who I'm getting now though. I'm writing about how I'm feeling at the moment, guys. Shame, pain, pain! Candy, landscape, philosophy, awesome, afterimage, poof, rain cloud, wrath, memories, inferno. Fucking inferno. Help, vitality, fester. Flying, lipstick, cute, melancholy, massacre, parfait, playground, hope. You left her hanging in there after you didn't give her a high five? Wait, what? Sing, charm, flower, vibrant, secretive, dance, rainbow, marshmallow, anime, shiny. Anime, F it. Sweet, suicide, oh, that's lovely. Calm, headphones, wonderful, cheer, heartbeat, misery, music, and vacation. Music. Uncanny, explode, precious, socks, essence, cheeks, heaven sent, color, fickle, and crimson. Crimson, like me. Ribbon, family, dazzle, hopeless, graveyard, treasure, incongruent, laugh, uncontrollable, destiny. Dazzle. Summer, nature, prayer, loud, universe, joy, nightgown, disoriented, time, smile. Disoriented. Raindrops, fluffy, whisper, milk, tout, unrequited, twirl, cage, agonizing, imagination. Raindrops. Infallible, horror, captive, pink, beauty, nimble, atone, melody, disaster, entropy. Nibble. Ocean, sparkle, starscape, judgment, embrace, dream, party, papa, lucky, jump. Unstable, promise, desire, games, or playing games. F it. Happiness, misfortune, amazing, comfort, incapable, clumsy, fun, anal, blissous. Skirt, vivid, passion, anxiety, infinite, intellectual, flee, tenacious, adventure, unending, vivid. Jumpy, kawaii, variance, unrestrained, defeat, bouncy, eternity, spinning, romance, tragedy. Romance. Giggle, extreme, waterfall, strawberry, pure, depression, boop, sugar, childhood, ambient. Boop. 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 Daydream, peaceful, disarray, whirlwind, bubbles, marriage, holiday, breathe, bunny, grief. Grief. Hi again, Abby. Glad to see you didn't run on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Her freaking face.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Abby. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack! You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Monica, you're kind of breaking. What is she even saying? Monica... something. Have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Monica!
Bro, what was that? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Abby. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glare.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? It just felt like... Well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I would do the same, but I think the closest book to me is H. Sorry, guys. I didn't want
you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. She's getting her H. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at her freaking eye! Bro, your eye! Girl, your eye! What is happening? What is happening to your eyeball?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about anyway?
Well,
look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov? Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover, like her eye a minute ago. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Monica. It's about Monica. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Oh, it's her! I think she's the yandere. That was my theory, if you guys remember. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to...
That might be a little bit of a spoiler.
Oh, was she saying that? Was I supposed to be reading that as her? Oh well.
But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs.
That's it's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Abby?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. She seems nice!
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. And I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts.
My whole body gets... What? I didn't even get to finish! Bro, all I could see was my body gets. Let's say 15 seconds. I saved recent gameplay 30 seconds so I could go back and see what that said. I'll have to do it later. Okay.
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen, and it's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes! I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Am I supposed to pretend I don't see this shit? Just talk as my character totally normal, like this isn't happening. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Oh, bro, what? What did you... Hey, Oshi, what are you saying? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. Oh.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of us. Helen Keller awareness! or... Brain go burr. Or... What the frick, Brain? Red suit, little horns, man, go blind. See everything around him with his senses. He is a lawyer. Why? He dates Electra, right? Why can't I remember his name? My brain is fried, guys! I'm the characters. My brain's fried. Not Ray Charles! Somebody send help! What is his name? Yeah, Matt Murdock! Bro, I can't even think of his freaking superhero name, though. Yes, Matt Murdock. Thank you. Thank you. Daredevil! What is wrong with me? Why? Why can I not think of that? I wasn't kidding. My brain's fried, guys.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same thing with the right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page.
Oh, sorry! I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way the second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
That she's a freaking killer? Something else?
Never mind. You didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Abby, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes. It's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Huh?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
You wanna get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it! Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro! I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. Decide to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that from her. Alright, time for Monica.
Hi, Abby. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
I'm always listening. I'm always
listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Abby. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Abby. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
Yeah, I wrote about Sayori a little bit, and then some random stuff.
I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism?
sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I didn't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for a long time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri!
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed.
Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall, but it wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Do a full metal panic and get rid of a love letter. Wait, what? An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard and make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh yeah, now we have Yuri. Alright, I'm gonna finish this up, by the way, this little section, and then I'm getting off of here. As Yuri reads my poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Eh? What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my palm again. Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It takes some time, but it all comes with practice and learning example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased how?
Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club?
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
Hey, Monty! What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
It took you a long time to read.
Well, I just read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't... Oh.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all. I'm really glad you like it.
I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Abby.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Good night, Monty! Have a good day at work tomorrow if you're working. Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Abby.
Me too. What did I miss, guys? Yeah, that's true. So, yes, have a good day at work tomorrow, Monty. Hopefully it goes okay for you. Hey, yo, what? Yeah. Diamond Dog. I mean, I guess based on this game, I can't hardly say anything, but I would say, yeah, you probably shouldn't be, like, posting that. Anyway, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Abby, do I have permission to watch Spider-Man tonight? Yes, you always have permission to watch Spider-Man! Monty! Monty! Come on! No, you will get... Hey, Diamond Dog, we will kick you if you say things too bad, because we have to keep it... Okay, the game is M, but we need to keep it at least a little chill. You know what I mean? Don't be too far. Don't be too far. You've said enough. You've said enough. Alright. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. I am not a basement dweller. No, neither is, I for sure know a decent amount of people. My bunch of people here work. Yeah, no, this is not the case. If you're a basement dweller, I mean, more power to ya. But majority of us have full-time jobs or at least part-time jobs. This even isn't my only job. I work a regular job, but also do OF and this and work with companies and other stuff. Anyway, across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. An attic dweller? I mean, hey, that's side too. That's side too. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Abby did too. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Abby liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Abby appreciates my advice more than she appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Abby started showing up. Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch!
Oh, Sayori's not here to solve the problem! Sayori's not here to solve the problem!
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? This proves my point! Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Wow! Be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri! Oh, my bad! You really do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on! Yeah, Abby here, everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Abby, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it!
How did I get myself into this room? What am I supposed to do? Not to say Sayori's not here. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do anymore, guys. What? Yuri, Natsuki, I don't have anyone to help. Sayori's not here. Natsuki, Yuri, Natsuki, Sayori, we need you! Monica? Hey, Abby. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. I didn't mean it. Yuri. I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Abby, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so we can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Abby. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... Well, that's where we're gonna save it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Sorry I'm having a hard time keeping up with chat during this game. This game has so much reading that reading the chat on top of the reading everything else going on is kind of doing whoosh to my head. So, with that said, I will probably stream again tomorrow or the next day or something, because I gotta continue this game still. But yeah, that's stream, folks. Thanks for hanging out, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. I post on my Instagram usually when I'm going to stream next, but I also post in my community tab here on YouTube when I'm streaming next. Anywho, thanks for hanging out. Let's make sure I'm saved. Oh look, my other save file's gone anyway. I didn't have the option to go back. It's okay, we got a new one. Alright guys, good night. Have a good day tomorrow. See you next time hopefully. Bye!